A lot of people come to Amsterdam looking for a high that they might not have easily accessible or legal where they're from. Well, what brought me to Amsterdam was not that, but an amazing opportunity to visit restaurants and explore the country like this. So, Restaurant de Cas, I'm right outside. I actually couldn't sleep last night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh, I gotta go back. I hopped on my bicycle, rode out here, and here I am. So what makes this place so amazing? I got the opportunity to have lunch here yesterday, recommended by my chef friend from Helsinki, and during the lunch, just one tiny little example tidbit, this midsection of the roof lifted up. I was like, what is that breeze? What's going on? And I look up, and sure enough, the roof had just levitated slightly and whoosh, the breeze was coming in. But what makes this restaurant so special? Well, it's that it's super localized, super customized food. So there's no choice in the menu. It's a set menu. And it's total surprise. They give you a card with the ingredients that are going to show up, but 80 to 90% of my meal yesterday was actually from the restaurant's own property right outside, and just a couple kilometers away, they have a larger area that's about a couple football fields worth of their own growing space. So Restaurant de Cas is just an amazing example of a trend that I'm seeing much more of in Europe and around the world, which is a real focus on the local sustainable products. And you can't get any better than this. I mean, literally, these things were picked in the morning and they're on your plate in the afternoon. Let me show you around the grounds and the garden. All right, here we are on the grounds of Restaurant de Cas. So you can see right immediately outside the restaurant are beautiful gardens and orchards growing fruit trees, and also this amazing greenhouse is right adjacent to the restaurant. So restaurant in there, greenhouse right here. It's been raining, so it's a little steamy, and you can see they're growing things in sometimes aeroponic and hydroponic fashion, and sometimes in a more traditional fashion. And they've also got grow lights back there with the micro herbs. Let's take a look around. Here is a pretty sweet view of some of the squash and gourds and peppers that have just been harvested, and tomatoes growing, and again, under those pink and blue lights are some micro herbs. Around the back, more beautiful gardens, more fruit trees, clementines, calamansis. I saw plums earlier. And there were also tons of edible flowers in the meal. So back here, I know that there are some beautiful flower gardens. Amazing to just see a gourd at rest. All kinds of potted herbs. Vanilla beans, it looks like right here. And the stunning thing about the menu yesterday was that 80% of it was, or 80 to 90%, our waitress said, was actually created from things owned by the restaurant, from properties owned by the restaurant. Just a couple kilometers away, they have much larger field, a couple football fields worth of field, and that helps to provide for the majority of the restaurant. It's amazing to see places like this where you're just really still inside the city of Amsterdam, but just outside enough that restaurants can be growing and bringing the food directly from the land right to your plate with less than a few hours of the harvest. So thank you so much for watching. My hope is you can find some places like this near you, and that we'll see much more of this coming up in the future. It's definitely a strong trend out here in Europe and in Holland, and I look forward to seeing more of it in the US and around the world. But in our own homes, we can do simple, small little bits of this, just growing our own herbs perhaps, or encouraging more compost in the community, and trying to create a little bit more sustainability around our food system and what we put into our bodies and its provenance. Thank you so much for watching. Kimber, mindful food and fitness coach, coming to you from Amsterdam, city of bicycling and fresh food, and yeah, a bunch of other things that people come for, but not my main scene. All right. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with me one of your favorite cities for eating.